3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! Happy New Year, everybody. 2020 is over, so congratulations, you made it on to 2021. Let's hope it's better, but honestly, not a whole lot changes just because the date changed, you know? It's going to be about what we choose to make it, okay, truly. I want to get into a little bit of New Year's resolution and show you some of the wonderful gifts that I got. But first, a few announcements. So one, I would like to apologize for not really getting to videos last month. That's like one of the hardest months of the year, and I totally dropped the ball, but it's also a hard month for everyone, including myself. But either way, I am starting a new schedule this year. So hours will always vary, okay, because when I have more daylight hours, I start working a lot earlier, but when I have less daylight hours, aka in the wintertime, I start working a lot later. So that, I'll never have a set time, but I am going to do set days for videos. You'll find it in the description and on at least one of my websites. It'll be posted. And then I'm going to try to come up with a live schedule so that it's not a last minute totally random thing. I didn't do it yet this month, but I'm just going to kind of look ahead, try to catch some major holidays and times when the energy's good. I might throw in some full moon readings depending, on the sketch, but yeah, so one big thing is I'm going to start breaking up my videos. Instead of trying to do 12 zodiac videos in a day, I'm going to do them in quarters or thirds. Do a quarter of them in thirds, so 4 a day. And that's going to be part of the new schedule so that I don't get overwhelmed, I don't get exhausted, and I can keep going, alright? And then personal readings, I tend to just get to them like within 24 hours of payment, so if you still want to book a personal reading, I am doing your head readings, and now would be a good time to do them. And now that the holidays are over, I have a lot more availability, okay? So I feel like that was maybe all my announcements, but I don't remember. Anyway, cheers to a new year. Champagne in my glass, you know what it is. Okay, we also will be celebrating the new year when it's actually the new year, aka when Aries season begins. But I love festivities. I'll celebrate any holiday. I don't give a shit. You're gonna invite me to the party, I'll show up. I'll wear the right colors, like black and gold. Isn't that New Year's? I'm with it. I'm about it. Also, the jacket, yes, it has lots of letters, but I thought this would be an appropriate thing to start the year off because they're really nice things. Like, positive. Isn't that nice? I think this one, I'm really bad with the backwards camera. Applause. Woo! Okay. What else we got on here? I don't know. Anyway, this is happiness. It says happiness. Okay. So this is the kind of energy we are trying to call in for this year. Alright? What does that one say? That can't be English. You see that? I have no idea. Anyway, terrific. Stuff like that. I just thought it was nice. Isn't that nice? Isn't that really nice? I love it. Positive energy, right? That's what we're calling in for the new year, okay? I also look like I'm either about to teach some kind of really artistic college course, or I'm on the set of a porno and I play the secretary who lets the guy into the office. Ugh. Either way, I think I look great. So, first gift that I want to show off, LA's very own Miss Jupiter sent me, don't want to give it away, sent me this beauty. It is a crystal triangle. So thank you, Miss J. You probably won't see this again. to be honest. This is mostly for my personal use, but I did want to share because I think it's very important, not only to my practice, but to spiritual practice in general, because it is made of crystal and it's used for sound therapy and sound healing. Alright, so it feels really good. However, like the singing bowl, I don't think it sounds that great on camera. So this is something that I'll be using, again, for personal use before and after my readings to cleanse my energy as I go into the reading, so I can have a more unbiased mind, and then at the end so that I'm not carrying that energy with me out of the readings. Alright, but again, I had to show you guys. This is just too cool. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It might be in some of my videos. I shouldn't say you'll never see it again, because that's probably a lie. It's way too cool to keep to myself. But that sound will just keep going until you pretty much put it down. I have not been able to hold it long enough to find out how long it takes for it to stop. You probably can't hear it, but it's still going. I think there's too much noise in the house. It's still going. It's crazy. It's just so cool. I've never seen one before, and then one appeared in my life. So again, thank you to Miss Jupiter. Okay. Love this. And for my second little gift, the love of my life, my partner in crime, my partner in the divine, my dear Jonathan, got me a new tarot deck, and it's super cute. So the funny story, I suppose, behind this is that way back in the day when I first took interest in tarot, I asked my aunt about it, because she was, you know, one of the only people in my life at the time who knew anything about tarot or any kind of spiritual practices outside of religious practice. So this was a long time ago, and she gave me the rundown, and she suggested I get myself a Rider-Waite deck. So I did. I went out and bought one, and didn't really resonate with it, and then shortly after that it just disappeared. Like, I don't know what I did with it. A few months later, if I have ever told the story of how I got my original Thoth deck, that came to be, which this isn't the story for it, or the time for that story, but I had, again, lost the Rider-Waite, got my Thoth deck, got used to that deck, totally fell in love with it, learned how to read on those. Years later, I found my original Rider-Waite deck, and I want to say it was the day I found it. Someone was over my house, and he's very religious, and he took interest in the tarot cards. He knew that I read, and I wasn't even doing it like I am now. Obviously, I've only had the channel for a year, but I don't even think I was doing it for money at the time. I was pretty new at it, so he wanted the deck, and I said, sure, take it. I don't know what became of it. I haven't really talked to him in a while, but it really brought my heart a lot of joy to know that somebody who follows a closed sort of practice, not closed, I shouldn't use the term closed practice, but who follows a religion that doesn't necessarily incorporate tarot. I thought it was a really beautiful, open-minded situation to be in, where he had interest in the cards, so I gave them away. So I've never really read Rider-Waite's, never really had a deck, but these are Neo Rider Tarot Collection. Neo Rider. It's a Rider-Waite deck, but as you may be able to see, it's holographic, bitch, and pink, so it just suits me perfectly. And this is why he's the love of my life, because he knows me so well. I look how freaking beautiful. It's amazing. And every card. Yup. Yup. So it is technically a Rider-Waite deck, but fancy. They're so much more gorgeous than you can even see on camera. I am so excited. I have the best people in my life, and I know it. Anyway, I want to take the opportunity to draw from this deck, although I am not that familiar, obviously. So I'm going to pull a few cards from this deck. It's never been shuffled. They're all in order, so we're going to see how it goes. Just like a quick message kind of thing. Just do my best at interpreting it. But I won't be using them in my readings for a while. Probably. It just kind of depends. The Thoth deck is very similar, but it is also very different. You know, it's similar because it's still tarot, but it's different because it's Aleister Crowley's interpretation and has a little bit of a satanic spin on it. A lot of the cards are different, so I am unfamiliar, and they don't have cheat words on these cards. That's how I learned the Thoth deck so fast, in case anybody was wondering, but, and it's my own intuition, obviously, but I want to familiarize myself a little bit better with these cards before I do full readings or draws with them. But fuck it, we'll do a little New Year's pull for you. Okay, so first shuffle. Oh my god, they're kind of hard to shuffle. They're very strange material. Like, they almost feel like really thin sheets of metal. You know? They're so freaking cool. Absolutely gorgeous. They're like fish, man. They're so slippery. I kind of wonder, like, I didn't look them up or anything. And it's funny, you can't tell which way they're facing with the back. It's the same up and down, so I don't even know. Try to keep track of that. But yeah. So good. These are so wicked cool. This video is already longer than I intended, but I also would love to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions, okay? Some people are like, this shit's dumb, it doesn't matter, say the same shit every year, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? Some of us just enjoy life and want to do it, you know? And I'm one of those people. So, some of my personal New Year's resolutions. Number 1. Obviously, not every single person who's ever watched my videos knows me personally. But for anyone who does know me personally, big fucking deal coming up here. My New Year's resolution is saving numbers in my phone. Yeah, I don't have contacts in my phone. I do now because I started tonight, but yep, my New Year's resolution is simply saving numbers in my phone. So if you have my number, shoot me a text. I will save your contact for once in my life. I'm really proud of myself for coming to that conclusion. So I hope you're proud of me too. Another New Year's resolution, a couple of these bad boys a day. I'm not talking about juice, I'm talking about water. I'm talking about 64 fluid ounces in this jug. I'm drinking like 2 of them boys a day. Okay? So it's another New Year's resolution. A couple other things. Speak more positivity, talk less shit. It's another one of my New Year's resolutions. Exercise consistently. Funny thing, well, it's not funny, but the thing about that is I've always been someone who did get enough physical exercise, especially because some of my hobbies and jobs have been very physical in the past, so I never really had a problem with that, but I got a pretty bad injury last year. Well, 2019, end of 2019. I got injured very badly, so it is very hard for me to do anything sometimes, especially if the weather's bad. So that very important New Year's resolution for me is to exercise. You don't have to have the same reasons that I do to do it for yourself, but I just wanted to share some of my New Year's resolutions to inspire you to make your own. Because I think it's not necessarily that it's important, but again, it's fun. And, you know, why not challenge yourself? Even if it doesn't last, even if you only make it a month, even if you have to recalibrate come the next new year in March, right? When Pisces season ends. I like it. I like New Year's resolutions. I like the whole spirit. I love the aesthetic. I love the party aspect. Not that I was partying tonight. You know, I stayed home with my champagne. I don't care. It's COVID outside, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I've always loved the glitziness, and anything to break up winter is solid in my book. So I like to participate, and I encourage you to participate too. So, that being said, I'm going to wrap this up with the 3 card pulls. Let's see if I can even read these cards. Okay, so 2 of discs. For now, I'll just reference my own decks, right? 2 of discs is change. Okay, so what a beautiful way to start a little New Year's read here, okay? Maybe it will be different this year. You know, maybe the change does come with it from within after all, right? Maybe it is up to us to decide what manifests in the world around us, okay? It is time for change, and change is here. It's the change of the new year. Do you see how fucking shiny this shit is? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay, and then we have 3 of Wands. Okay, my deck, 3 Wands is virtue. So let's stick to that. This is going to be, I'm also going to kind of go based on the pictures too, I feel like. This is similar because in the Thoth deck, it's the 2 snakes making the infinity symbol, and then this is also the infinity symbol. So that seems very much the same. This is giving me a similar vibe too, because whenever I get the virtue card, I remind people to not only stick to their morals and values, aka their virtue, but also to be true to themselves, right? So this guy, he seems to be contemplating something, and it looks like there's like an ocean or some shit in front of him and mountains on the other side, and it's like this is his destiny that he's about to embark on. You know what I mean? I like it. I like it. And then we have Queen of Wands. Okay, so Fire Mother, very passionate woman. She's sitting on her throne here. She does have cats around her. There's 1 cat, and then it looks like some lion statues. But yeah, she's looking out. She's got a little sunflower, which I'm a big fan of sunflowers, so I love seeing that there. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking sweet. Passion is gonna be key. I mean, it was a hard year. 2020 was hard. And I think it got the best of a lot of us, if not most of us. And some people, sure, you pushed through, you made it a good year, good for you. You don't need to rub it in. You know how many people were lost this year? You know how many lives were destroyed, and how many people's situations changed for the worse? Congratulations if you had a good year. But for everyone else, we finally made it to a new one. Granted, the situation isn't going to just magically be different overnight, but I do see some real change coming in. And we have to assure that this change is going to happen by being it, right? Don't dream it, be it. You know. Don't dream it, be it. Okay, chill. So, anyway, I like it. I like these 3. Again, I'm going to read up more on these cards before I start truly incorporating them in my readings, but I wanted the first one to be special, so I did it here. And yes, I guess I will catch you tomorrow with some elemental, or no, we're doing zodiacs starting tomorrow over the course of the next 3 days. So gonna see how my schedule works out. Hopefully it goes well for me and I stop fucking around and stop skipping weeks and shit. So I'm here for it. I hope you're here for it too. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, dude. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one. Much love. See you next time.